ito yung parang ating napakagandang conclusion na pwede nating isipin, maging takeaway natin during this whole conversation. Sabi ni Josh, if you feel it is hard enough, pause. Then, keep going. Do not quit.
Yeah, yeah. That's really true. That's really true.
Ano muna tayo? Hinga muna tayo malalim, ha? Bago natin discuss, hinga muna na malalim, and then
Yeah.
let's read again. If you feel it is hard enough, because really, for some of us who are watching this right now, it's truly
Hard. Yeah, it's
is
hard.
hard. But you need to pause, then you keep going, do not quit.
1 point with Arnold Gamboa.
I like what Craig Rochelle said, this last week lang na sa kanyang message, one of my favorite pastors, sabi ni Craig, if you are tempted to quit, think why you started.
Yeah.
If you tempted to quit, think why you started. Can you expound on this thought, Josh, itong sinabi mo na to sa amin?
Yeah, before I expound that, no, I have to kind of like really just recognize the fact that a lot of people right now are having it very, very hard. And it's one thing to encourage them to move forward and not to quit, but it's also another thing if you look at the reality of their lives. And it could be, moving forward could probably be the hardest thing that they can do. So to like put into context, kuya, I think that yung part na yan, when I posted that part, I was thinking about the young people out there who are suffering from mental illness, and then that was magnified by the price in the pandemic, because again, yun nga, ang daling sabihin sa mga kabataan lalo na pause and move forward, but reality is that a lot of people actually committed suicide. No, in part of Cebu,
Yeah,
in Bohol, for example, a lot of people committed suicide because life is just very hard. The reality is that we are all drained by this pandemic, and it's all
that's
right.
true.
It's all right. But we need to confront our reality and win the fight, and take a pause, and it's fine. If you have to close a company, that's fine. Take a pause. If you have to take care of yourself, take a pause. If you have to start whatever you are starting right now, take a pause. No, but I think that again, if you have those elements in you, the core, the foundation, you always have a springboard, di ba? Parang meron kang jump off point again when you're ready to move forward. So I think that
Mm-hmm.
that pause is more of like a consoling, encouraging word that I'd like to put out there, most especially for the young people, because
Mm-hmm.
we have a generation that is responding to challenges and sufferings in different way. We have a
That's
generation
true.
that is much more disconnected to their faith and to God. So you
Mm-hmm.
cannot just say na, oh, go back to God and pray to God, because these people probably don't know much about the relationship with God. So I think that
That's
it's
true.
more of, for us as believers, we have to be aware that these things are happening, and we have a big job to do, to reach out to the younger generation, to be mentors to them, to be their shoulders and ears, and to tell them that it's fine. Your feelings are valid. It's fine. Take a pause. But we have to make sure that they will have that kind of like ano ba yung bang paninindigan that life can get hard, but quitting is not an option, because definitely
Mm-hmm.
quitting is not going to be an option for, I mean, for families, di ba? So I think I'm looking into more of like that, because I understand what the generation is going through, but at the same time, it's also coming from my perspective, because there were times in my life already, no, in my journey, na meron din mga times that you have to quit, di ba? You have to set aside priorities as of now and career goals. But okay lang yan. Minsan kailangan mo lang na magpahinga. Kailangan mo lang na matulog. Yung iba dyan, huwag kayong magbabad sa social media. You have to also be conscious about how you consume the information, no, right now. Kasi di
That's
ba,
true.
kuya, the information can be toxic as well. If you read
That's true.
a post of a friend that is very toxic, or if you friends are messaging you with things that are toxic, that can affect you as well. So you have to be very careful as well on how you engage in social media and how you consume information. And before you reach out to other people, before you can protect the other people, you have to protect yourself. Yeah. So I
You
think
have
that,
to be well
yeah,
before you make
yeah,
other
yeah.
people
So
well.
yeah, so I think we are, to end, no, parang yun ang mahalaga, na yung ma-realize natin na it can be hard, but it's not the end. It should not be the end. There are better things that we can expect. And, if you look at the faithfulness of God in your life, the same lang naman yung process. Is a different level of crisis and sufferings, but it's the same process. God has been faithful to us. He will be faithful to us right now and in the future. So
That's true. That's true.
1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point with Arnold Gamboa.